You're using Be Live. So, I just finished a very enjoyable Blubbing for Britain on Be Live with Peter and John, and talked about everything as we usually do, including Burnley beating Everton 3-2 last night, with now an even odds chance of actually staying in the Premiership for another season. And say hello to Corinda, and hello again, Corinda, and it was good. Thank you very much. That's in relation to Blubbing for Britain, which was on at 10 o'clock this morning, which is 5 hours east, so it's a bit early on the east coast of the States. Okay, so as soon as this countdown clock is finished, I'll take that off full screen and I will appear as me. Now, just a point. I'm broadcasting from Be Live. As you can see, I can have 8 different items on screen. This is live video sales training, and this is all about live selling on Be Live. You've got me. Okay, and what microphone is that on your photo? Let's go back. Basically, all the graphics, Corinda, are actually created using Canva, and that was an image on Canva. Okay, so it's not one of the cameras, not one of the microphones I own. It was an image on Canva. Okay, so I don't know what microphone it is because I don't know who took the photograph. I've got my second camera, and to show that's live, that's my demonstration area. Then next to that, now this is basically the point at which I should actually say, and do this officially, is say welcome to the show, and this is a live video sales training with Stephen and Corinda. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about basically is something that I think I talked about on Tuesday, and I'm just rapidly going down and that's product focus, and I'll come to that in a second because I think this is important. Okay, in Q1 2022, viewers of my Amazon Live broadcast purchased 46 Logitech C920Xs, 35 Logitech Brios, 14 Logitech 270s, and Corinda got one, 12 C922Xs, and 9 of the new Logitech Litra Glow lights. So Logitech, if you're watching, I'm doing my best. Okay, now we're going to be talking about this in a moment, but I am live at 12 p.m. Eastern today, 5 p.m, talking about the new feature on OneStream Live, which is OneStream Live Spaces, which is the ability to go live on your website without any coding, no HTML involved at all. So 12 p.m. Eastern today. And if I take that off full screen, this is this afternoon. Just a minute, I'm trying to find the right one here. Okay, lost myself. This is Lights Camera Action this afternoon, 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. That's my regular show on Amazon Live, broadcasting from Be Live. And just as a note, if I go here, that it is a spring launch of Be Live. We can now have studio templates. I've got a different template for Blubbing for Written. I switched over into my live video sales template today, and I've got an Amazon Live template. We can have 8 guests on screen, which is evidenced by the fact that I'm showing. I am now showing, he said, 7 items on screen. Okay, I could fit an 8th in actual fact if I go here. Okay, so I can have 8 items on screen. I'm going to hide that one. Corinda's comments going to come in, and wow, that's new. Yes, it is. Yeah. And comment I missed. Talking about OneStream, can you put Be Live on Opin? I don't know why you'd want to. Hopin's got their own studio. Yeah, Hopin own StreamYard, so they don't need a studio. They already have. They had their own. Then they bought StreamYard, and they're quickly putting the two together. And okay, so Hopin are owners of StreamYard. They paid well, according to the press, they paid $250 million for it. So I would suggest that Hopin, there's no need to go from BeLive to a Hopin. They are competing products and have a slightly different take on the way that things should actually work. So I can't see a case for going to Hopin. Okay, Hopin is more expensive than BeLive. Okay, now, as I say, later today, I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to hide some things now. I want to hide some things so I can actually talk about them. So I'm going to hide that. I'm going to switch my camera off there. I'm going to hide lights, camera, action, because you actually know that's on later this afternoon. You also know that I've been selling, and I'm going to hide that. And this is live video sales training. And what I want to talk about is basically the fact that now is the time to get your act together and actually start broadcasting on your website. From BeLive, we can broadcast out via RTMP. And because we can broadcast out via RTMP, it means that we can broadcast to services which have a web player. In order to broadcast on your website, you need to have access to a piece of software called an HTML5 web player. And that allows you to go live, not only on Facebook and YouTube, whatever but to go live on your website. And if you go live on your website, that's where you want to be. This is 2022. This is selling. And we're already starting to see a movement away from Facebook. Morris Smith yesterday announced her group, a new group, which is not on Facebook. It's on her own private network. She's got Mighty Network. She's opening a new network, which is totally free to join. And this is the way things are going to go. People are actually going to go onto their own turf. Yeah. I mean, I was taken off air by Facebook for a week for no known reason. Yeah, automatic 7 days on a vacation from Facebook. We're not in control on Facebook. On your website, you're totally in control. And tonight at 5 o'clock, I will actually be showing you how you can go live on your website from your BeLive studio and sell. Yeah, you can sell on your website. Okay, you can put Shopify. I looked at Shopify yesterday for marketing. It does look quite good. I'm going to, whilst we're on vacation, I'm going to see if I can do some planning with Angelica and see if we can get Shopify sorted out. But the technology for your website, there are two sites that I know of that have HTML5 at a reasonable price. One of those starts at $50 a month, and then at $69 a month is OneStream Live. And if I go over here, you can see that, just give me a second. You can see that this broadcast is actually live on my OneStream site. Okay, and no, it's not. What have I done? Just a minute. Okay, I'll have a look at that afterwards. I thought I was live on my OneStream site. This is interesting. I'm going to have to investigate that afterwards. Just give me a second. Okay, but to be able to go, that's blown a hole in what I was going to talk about today. To be able to go live on your website, I'm curious now. Just let me have a look at the OneStream site and see what's occurring. Okay, this is live. But going live on your website means that you can actually sell direct to people. And we know that going live is an attraction magnet. It brings people in. Yeah. If you can actually go live on your website, people will come to your website. They will watch your live video. They will read your blog posts. And if you've got a shop attached, possibly a Shopify shop, they will buy whilst you're live. So you're doing it on your own turf. So you Facebook and YouTube, yeah, but your own website is the prime place to be marketing and bringing people to. Now, it's going to be a hard slog, but it's getting easier to get people away from Facebook, evidenced by Maury Smith and other people setting up private networks for people to join away from Facebook. This is Facebook's doing. And just go over to Corinda, check what Corinda's saying. Can you put your own photo in there as well? Yes, you can. Yeah. Well, I don't know why you'd want a photo when you've got. I mean, it is my photo. Yeah, I put that photo there, and it is my video. Hopefully, I'm just checking what's happened to the video. Just give me a second, and it does sound live. Just a minute. Real-time streams, and go there. I'm just going behind the scenes and I'm checking that I'm actually live, but yeah, I'm actually live. But yes, okay, it's a minute. Let's rush back to the studio. Okay. I'm tracking something down at the moment. Let me refresh that page. That's interesting. Okay, that's something I'll check out later. I'm going to hide that screen share. Okay, and check that out later. This is live video. Things don't always go according to plan. I need to check that out because I'm actually showing it in a live broadcast later today at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK in the OneStream live group with Be Live, of course, talking about broadcasting to your website and be able to do it without any code whatsoever. And I'm live there, but I'm not live on my website. Let's just see if I can correct that. Okay, it says it's on. Says it's always on. Interesting. Okay, live troubleshooting. Okay, if you're watching me live, I'd just like to say thank you. For any questions about live broadcasting, then please do ask. Now, next thing I want to talk about, basically, by way of, is to actually take that off full screen. Okay, the one thing that is important is branding. Okay, because people have got to know, like, and trust you as a brand. Now, I am in the process of rebranding because, as you'll notice, in all the images, apart from this live one, I'm actually wearing glasses. Now, I've worn glasses for 50 years, well, a long time. And now that I can see clearly, I've got to rebrand because from now forward, I can broadcast without glasses. And I did 2 broadcasts yesterday on Facebook and on Amazon Live, and I was comfortable doing it. I was comfortable actually broadcasting without glasses. Over to Corinda. And Corinda's saying he needs to rebrand and for your live broadcast. Well, it's always good to just subtly keep changing your brand, and the images that here change. Okay, now I did 2 out of the 3. The third one was done by OneStream Live themselves, but all are using images of me wearing glasses, and I'm not going to be wearing glasses anymore. So I have to make the change. So gradually, I'm going to have to go through all my own material, but the starting point for this, obviously, is that I need my own photograph, retaking so I can actually substitute without glasses. So I can actually change all my marketing. Yeah, it's things you don't think about. Consistency is important. Okay, now if somebody saw me as I am top right and saw the card, they would tie the two together. Yeah, but it's easier if I'm not wearing glasses on all my promotional material. And basically, these cards are seen everywhere. These cards are seen on Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, my website. Consistent branding. It also means that you've got to have consistent social media as well. So I've got to go across, and I have to change over time, not overnight. I've got to change my profile images on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Yeah, to fit in with the branding. Okay, I'm happy with everything apart from just updating my photo. So hopefully whilst we're away, Angelica will take a photo which I can then use as my new profile photo, because photos better taken. I tried using, I could do a screen capture now, and that would not work. I'll show you how I can do this using one of the products that I'm affiliate marketing, which is Expert Capture. And if I use, that's not going to work. Just a minute. I need to do that again. Okay, I'm doing this live. If I go and there, okay, I could use that as a capture, but I'm not totally convinced. I think I've lost where I was. I think you actually need to have a good profile photograph. I know David Burrows has got one. Everybody's got a profile photo. Okay, so I'm going to be rejigging my branding over the coming weeks. Okay, right, now I was talking to Daniel the other week, and I was saying to Daniel that BeLive is ideal for selling. I don't need to tell him that, but we were talking about BeLive being ideal for selling. And I said that I'd made a change to the way that I work on Amazon Live using the BeLive agenda. And when we're marketing, okay, we talk about product, okay, and these are, of course, AfterShokz earbuds, and I do have the AfterShokz carry case to go with them, okay, and it's the right way around, so my working. Now, I can tell you a lot about these headphones. I can model these headphones, so I can talk about them, but the odds are that when I'm talking about them, I'm going to miss a feature, yeah, and it could be the feature that people are looking for. So I'm using my BeLive agenda. I've now got an agenda for each, well, I'm working towards having an agenda for each of the items in my carousel. Okay, so AfterShokz headphones, and then it will be the title, and then it will be the features. So these are rainproof, waterproof, they go over your ear, they are bone conduction, all those individual features of the product actually go in an agenda on BeLive, so that whilst you're live, at the end of talking about the AfterShokz earbuds, you can actually bring up the main features as a reprise. Yeah, and that means that basically you don't forget anything. Yeah, the odds are that these items have so many features and you don't know which one's important to whom, that if you've got a full list of features. Now, the easiest way to do this is set up the agenda and then go over to Amazon.com for the product, yeah, and take the key points that the manufacturer has put about the product, okay, and then work on your own knowledge about the product and build up a list of features which people should know about if they're actually buying the AfterShokz headphones or the Logitech Brio camera or the Obvispot Tiny camera. Get a list of all the features so that you can do your main presentation, which is talking about the product without any script whatsoever, just from your own knowledge of it, telling your stories about it, and then finish up with the main features. The other thing is that if you've got an agenda for each product you're actually selling, you can actually show the product name on screen. Now, when I'm broadcasting in Amazon Live, the people who are watching on Amazon Live can see the carousel down below. Let me show you. Let's go for a screen share. And this is important. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to go over to, yeah, there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring the screen share in to my studio, and like that. Okay, so this is Amazon Live as it stands at the moment. I'm going to take it off full screen, have me on screen. I'm going to hide that. Okay, I'm going to hide that. I'm even going to hide that. And then I'm going to go and change the style. And hopefully in a minute. And try again. And then I'm going to go picture in picture. That way around. Okay, I just want to shrink myself finally. And if I change the theme, okay, I'm shrunk, and we've now got the Amazon Live page live at the moment. And if I go, oh, what have I done? Okay, I'm going to come back to me. Okay, that didn't quite work, but the point I was making is, if you're talking about these headphones, anybody watching you on Facebook or YouTube doesn't know what you're talking about. People on Amazon Live do, because it's a featured item down in the carousel. So if you've got an agenda for each product item, as you're talking about an item, you can bring the item description or title, you can bring the item detail on screen, and people then on Facebook and YouTube can see it and know what you're talking about. So what I've done on my Amazon Live studio, because you can now have several studios on Be Live, on my Amazon Live studio, I've got a list of the products that are actually in the carousel. I can bring the names on, and then at the end of presenting each product, I can actually bring the salient features on screen and go through them. That way I don't miss anything. I feel I'm doing a better job that way, because I'm showing all the features. Okay, it's waterproof, it's got dual controls, it's got a volume button, it's got all sorts of things. And if I forget one of them, then they will come on at the end of the broadcast. So, right, let's try the Amazon Live again, because I do want to make this point. I don't need that. Okay, so forgive me for a second. I am live there, but I'm not. Okay, it's not going through to my page. Okay, right. I'm just going to set this up again. So we're going to go to Amazon Live. Okay, and I'm going to go to the broadcasts, and I'm going to share my screen again. So we're going through the same motions as before, and this time I won't take any wrong steps. I can bring in Amazon Live into the broadcast just by coming back to my studio and bringing it up on screen. Okay, I love the ability to actually just do one click and bring an item full screen and carry on talking about it. It just works so well. Okay, so this is my Amazon Live page, and as you can see, the items in the carousel are highlighted. Now, if I go here, okay, because we've looked at me already, we're going to the Countess of Low Carbon Friends. This is a joint venture station where you get different presenters at different times of the day, and there are, let's just check this out, because I might be seeing things. There are 135 people watching this broadcast live, which is probably 134 more than actually watching my broadcast live today. If you're watching live, please do say hello. And if you have any questions about live broadcasting, please do ask. But you can see my point here, that if you're watching live on Amazon, you know that the current item is the Colourful Caller Women's Buttery Soft High. Yeah, you know what's being talked about. Whereas you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter even, you don't know until I actually put on the description of the item. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if I can give you an example. Okay, I can't give you an example. I need to set up for that. Okay, that's a show for a couple of weeks' time. Okay, so building up an agenda, and that agenda being full of the features of the item, means that when you actually go live, be it on Amazon or on Facebook or on YouTube, yeah, this is a brilliant use of the BeLive agenda system, which has been with us since BeLive has been with us. It's the only system that has a full-blown agenda, and we can now use it for actually being able to highlight which product we're talking about, and then at the end of our stories, just go on and show the main features, yeah, while showing the item on screen. Yeah, and that I found, I mean, basically, I've been doing this now for a week on Amazon, and it does make a difference. Because the other thing is that people on Amazon might not actually look at the carousel, they might just looking at you. And if you've got the item description on screen, then that reinforces and know what we're talking about. Right. And the last thing I want to come on to today, I can stop sharing now. I want to come back to this card, if I can find it. Okay. I'll take myself off full screen and go side by side and go here. Okay, so let me change this to that. Okay. The final thing I want to talk about in this broadcast, which is important and I know works in terms of selling, okay, and that is product focus. Okay. Every time I go live on Amazon Live, I get a new audience, because the audience is people who are shopping on Amazon Live at the time I broadcast live. And that's different people every day of the week. Many of the people watching me live will not have seen me before, which means that if I focus on certain products that I know well, then people will focus on those products too. New audiences every day will see the products I'm talking about. I heard it said that if you want to have a different show every time. No, you don't. My experience is that you want consistency. You want to be focused on a range of products. Now, I've picked a dozen products, and I will pick 7 or 8 of those for each broadcast. Each broadcast is different. What I say is different, but the focus is on specific products. So the focus is on the Logitech C928 camera. The focus is on the Logitech Brio camera. Current focus is on this, and this is the Logitech Litra Lite, and it's at the bottom of the list of items that actually sold in the first quarter of 2022. But this is going to go up that list as I talk about it. I talk about this light twice in every broadcast, and that is going to have an effect. Yeah, people are actually going to buy this light. I know. I did a true story. I did this live broadcast on Tuesday, and I showed this light on screen once and talked about it for about a minute, and one was sold. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So focus on certain products. Get to know those products well. Yeah, your stories will change every time. These are exciting times. These are the times of live video selling. We have spent 6 years on live video, many of us, and we've honed our skills and our presentations. We have the skill set to actually market live, and it doesn't, I mean, I do live video equipment, but it can be anything. You can broadcast about your passion. and sell items live. Okay, now over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be looking at Shopify, because Shopify also seems a way to actually get to market and combine Shopify with live video. And there you've got another way. So in coming weeks, we'll be talking about all things live video sales. I'd just like to say thank you for actually joining me today. And oh, we have a Grant's in the house. Morning, Grant. Okay, nice to see you. Grant is one of 4 Englishmen on Amazon Live. We are there. We are the British invasion on Amazon.com. We're the spearhead. Myself, Grant, Nick, and who's the other guy? Right. Myself, Grant, and Nick anyway. And there's another guy as well called Howard. So there are 4 Englishmen actually broadcasting on Amazon Live. Okay, so that's the end of today's broadcast. I am, well, we've been basically, for the last 2 years, we have been in a difficult situation. That's now changed. We're going to take full advantage of that. I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'll be back here on the 22nd of April, and I look forward to seeing you then. And over to Grant again. We're the Beatles of live streaming. All right, I'm going to leave that on and get a screenshot. Right, so back on 22nd of April. Enjoy broadcasting, enjoy Amazon Live, enjoy Be Live. Do join me later today. I'm live on Amazon Live at 2 o'clock, and I'm live in the OneStream group. Let's just bring this up on screen as the closing. I'm live in the OneStream group at 5 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. Eastern, talking about broadcasting live on your website. An easy way to do it, no coding required. You can use OneStream to broadcast to your website, and it simply works. Okay, so from me, just a minute, I'm just checking something. From me, live in wonderful Wiltshire, England, enjoy the rest of your day, take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye for now.